All right. Let me know, guys, if you can hear and see me. I got my drink. I hope you guys got your beverages, your snacks. I kind of need a thingamajig. There's my thingamajig. There you go. A coaster. There you go. Sorry. Hi Cyan, hi Dominic, hi Jen, hi Boxapate, hi Charlotte, hi Arlie. Hey guys! Hello! I apologize if I sound a bit congested today. Allergies have been super on point for a couple of days. Who's a what's it? Yeah, so okay, so while waiting for everybody to show up, I thought I had an idea, but I sort of don't really. The palette I have here is my Kusakabe palette. Kind of want to try these out for when I paint little doodles for like D&D characters and such, like this one. For this I used another palette I had and I was like, eh. Like, not that the paints are bad, it's just that the color selection was a bit time consuming. Like, you had to mix a lot to get the colors you wanted, which is fine, but sometimes I like to go fast. Also, I'm sort of testing out this sketchbook. It's supposed to be a watercolor sketchbook, but it has to have the thinnest oh wow, watercolor paper I've ever seen. So hilariously enough, there's a a dotted line, you know, to tear away on the edge of the page. It was super duper extra cheap book, so I'm not expecting wonders from it, but I kind of need cheap sketchbooks to do swatches and tests and all that, so I figured that I will, you know, draw a character on one page and use the backside of the other page for not necessarily ink, but maybe testing out my colors. Feels weird because I'm really used to using both sides of the paper, so this feels a bit wasteful. I'll see. But yeah, it's super thin paper, and I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can sort of see my inks through the paper, which I've never really had happen with a watercolor sketchbook before. So there's that. I also have the Honeymuller sketchbook, which its main flaw is to have really odd cellulose paper. But I don't think the paper itself is odd. I mean, it's probably the sizing that is a bit weird, in the sense that it, like, if you lift your brush and you leave a puddle of paint, it's gonna cauliflower like there's no tomorrow. Like, just... It's a fun effect, but it's a bit nightmarish if you're trying to color something with any level of control. Or paint, sorry. I'll probably be coughing a bit, so if it's too annoying, just let me know. I'll try to mute the mic before I cough. There's a handy mute button straight on the mic, so... Mic. So this was from last week, these two, I think. But yeah, you see how, like, you leave water and it just does this weird... I don't know. Fine for abstract, not as fine for anything more illustration-esque. The paper is not exactly much thicker than the other one, so I don't know how inks will do on this one. Let's do a big juicy blob of ink. Kinda, you can sort of see it anyway. Do I have a phone nearby? Oh yeah, I do. So, how have you guys been this week? I've swatched a bunch of inks also. It's been a bit of an off week, not in the sense of on purpose, just a bit more struggly week. But I also took time to do swatches of all the ink samples I got. And this is super useful. And it's all on Tomoe River paper. So it's this super thin paper that is really, really good for pen inks. Like, the ink doesn't feather, it obviously goes through like crazy, but you get to see the sheen of the inks and all the variations in the colors super well on this paper. And like, writing on it is a lot of fun too. So I use the glass dip pen for the text and a brush for the swatch. This one was kind of funny. It's supposed to be a blue-black ink, but it separated weirdly. Yeah, that's where I'm at. There's a phosphorescent one here. I can't find my UV light, but once I find it, I want to try putting it over this swath of... Yeah, it doesn't... What if I blast it over there in the lamp? Cyan is all up in this business. Yeah, I like how crinkly it is too. Like, that's good ASMR. I don't like ASMR, so, but oh my gosh, that's so satisfying. And in terms of what this is, well, yeah, this is very poorly phosphorescent for now, but I'll see when I find my UV light again. As for the what brands of ink, there's a bunch in there. Like, those are samples. So they either come in, and these little vials are smaller ones, like this. And they cost like a couple of bucks. and it allows you to try an ink before you buy a full bottle. Some ink bottles are like $50, so being able to try it before can really save you money on the long run. So yeah, in terms of the brands in there, I know I have a few by Roaring Klinger. There's one I saw that I thought was really, really nice. Yeah, this Alt Bordeaux one was super nice. You probably might not be able to. I will, when it's gonna be, I still have to swatch all the bottles of ink that I have. I have less, but they're not swatched in. When I'm gonna be done swatching all the inks in there, I will put photos and maybe a small video of this on my Patreon, just to get a closer look of these. But yeah, there's a bit of everything. There's a lot of Sailor inks in there. I have Kyo no Oto and Kyo Iro, Sailor Bunkbox, Noodlers, a lot of Pilot inks, J. Herbin. I have two colors, the phosphorescent one and this one, the Rouille d'encre. Robert Oster, Wearing Go, which is a current brand. I have no idea how to say it. Ink Institute. The Ink Institute has inks like Cat at Midnight, Cat at Dawn, Cat at Dusk, and Cat at Noon, I think. Also these lighter color. I have a Lamy swatch, a couple of Platinum, a bunch of Sailor Studio inks, more, one Diamine ink over here. Yeah, it's a hodgepodge. Oh, I have other Gerbin here. That is super fun. And this little booklet was a set that I got where you sort of assembled the booklet yourself. Kind of a very simple introduction to bookbinding. And with the set, you can basically make two small booklets like this. So they give you the paper for the cover, for the inside pages, and then there's like 6 sheets of Tomoe River paper that you fold in half per little booklet. All right. Sorry. Oh yeah, it's green. I didn't think of it, but it's for you. I have a lot of green inks in there because I like them to. First of all, they're nice, and you get so much variety. Like you can get some darker, muter greens, but also like very bright greens. And I feel like green in watercolor is sort of a color family where you have very few options. But yeah, this I think I have the other ones. So these are the ones that I have for when I'm finished with this one. With this paper, you cannot really use the back side of it, so this was these were in the same set. Like they match, and these were the other set. And yeah, it's always the same idea, like inside pages, and the outside pages are Chiogami paper. I'm gonna just make a little bow here too. I think it's a company in Ontario. These are made by Canadian company that is named the Japanese Paper Place. And they have all sorts of really awesome Japanese paper, either stuff like Chiogami and like these papers, or even Tomoe River or other sort of fibers like what's the... I think there's like Hmong fiber paper. Anyway. Paper ramblings. I also have this bottle here that it's Sailor ink. I have no idea what ink it is, because sometimes the places where you buy your ink, they sell empty bottles. Since they offer samples, they often end up with a bunch of empty bottles, and you can buy them for $1 or $2. And they're a really nice bottle. And I kind of want to clean this one up of the remaining ink in it, so that I can use it as a little bottle for painting sketches. Like, it's so bottom heavy, I'm not gonna be able to tip it, so it's kind of safe to use a bit closer to my computer over there. But yeah, surprise ink. Let me grab a sort of cheap brush. Seems to be a really nice sort of muted blue-green color. That's so nice. The ink was mostly dried out, but I poured a bit of distilled water in there just to reactivate the dry ink, instead of just rinsing it out, which I thought was a bit wasteful. Oh, it's so pretty. I hope... oh, I'm not on camera. Yeah, good job, me. Sorry. Okay, that's a bit better. It's so beautiful. It's a really pretty bottle too, I agree. Ink bottles are often like really, really good looking. So I'm glad instead of just binning or recycling the bottle, you can sort of grab one for a couple of dollars, and they're quite handy to have. Like I said, this one, I was trying to find a vessel for water that was super heavy on the bottom, because most container I have tends to be the other way around. Like they're narrow on the bottom and they widen up as they go up, and that's super easy to tilt. And on a desk where you have like electronics, that's not ideal. So I took a look at, it's a Sailor bottle, that much I can. Sailor Japan. Also, like, just within reach, I have this bottle here too. I haven't swatched this one yet, but it's the Deep Pine Forest ink from Roran Klinger. It's the limited edition 2022 ink. And what I like of Roran Klinger is that their inks are, like, you get the 50 ml, which will last forever, and they're super inexpensive. Also dark green. Gonna check if my ink swatch is fully dry. Not quite. Also, some weird stuff happens with the Pentel brush pen ink, the one that is waterproof, on cellulose sketchbooks. I don't think I've had that same issue with cotton paper sketchbook, but I'm not sure. But when you put like areas of black like that and you like move on and this technically rubs off against the other side, some of the ink can be lifted and transferred to the other side. Like it rubs off. But it's still waterproof, so I don't quite know what's up with that. I've had it happen with a Pentalic sketchbook. I'm not quite sure what to do today. I might just... Sorry. I might work on this palette to add a bit more to these blobs. Or maybe swatch these. I don't have a swatch card for these. I don't know why a lot of product stuff in Japanese are shaped like beans, but I really see it often. Kind of cracks me up. It's written artist's watercolor there and artist watercolors. They like whatever. You do you. Oh yeah, I don't have a clue. Which is which? Good job, me. Yeah, that's super clever. Oh, I think I have a dot card for these. Might be able to reference the dots like with the colors. Yes. Sorry. Right, so I have this. And these and this and this neon orange is one of my favorites. So yeah, what have you guys been to this week? Up to? What have you guys been up to this week? So here I have Naples Yellow. And I can see that Naples Yellow is this really light. So it's this one here. Oh yeah, this is a blessing. Thank you so much, Otto. Oh no. I made the cats an oversized kick toy filled to the brim with cat. Oh, is it homegrown catnip too? Sorry. I don't have this super absurd bright pink, which surprises me. This is supposed to be blue-gray, where is it? Oh, okay. Hubs thought it was too big, but Hemi loves it. Oh, it's basically a pillow that's her sized and a couple of bags of the... But they spend a lot of time licking it. My catnips has been eaten up by the neighbor's kitty and my... Oh no! Kind of have the same issue. Whatever small catnip plants I get, they're eaten up completely by the mini cat visitors. All that's left is a little bit of a tiny branch at the bottom. And even that, like, they will flop on it and roll around on it. Because I guess even the branch smells of catnip. Maybe I should sort of take out the ones I've poured. Might help. Oh, that's supposed to be gold. Hmm. Do I have the 36 colors in there? Hold on. That's 18. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to. Okay. All right. I'm so bummed that these are hard to find outside of Japan, because I feel like their color lineup, while probably not very light fast, is really fun for illustrations. because you don't get bogged down in like just just the light fast colors. Like, check out this fresh pink, it's so interesting, and this brown matter is so nice. I really like it. Really fun colors. What is light fast? It's the ability of a paint to withstand the test of being exposed to light. More often than not, like, we don't tape artwork facing outside on windows, so it's not too big of a concern, but it's technically the colors that the light will affect. It can either change the hue, it can make them disappear, and more often than not, this is the case with dyes. And since all colors with neon like colors in it, like everything that has a neon look, is technically made neon by using a dye in there. So let's see, if you have a color that's this passion orange, it's a pigment and a dye. So if you expose this directly to UV rays and sunlight, the bright neon dye will fade. So you'll be left with just the yellow pigment. Does that make sense? That is why I like Himi Paint. Their selection is really fun and great for illustration. Yeah, it's the same. I guess it's kind of the same logic as these, right? Like the thing that sort of bothers me with the Himi paints is that you kind of have to either let them to dry or to stay sort of wet, and I'm too worried that they would like rot out, get mildewy, which would be terrible, like nightmarish. I don't like mildew in my paints, no thanks. But aside from that, totally, yeah, thank you for explaining. Oh my god, it's such a memory. I know, but I mean, I've had neon stuff on my walls for years. Sorry. And if you sort of don't put any artwork with it in direct sunlight, you'll be fine. If you want to be extra sure, you can frame it behind UV glass. And it should keep its color for a very long time. I'm sorry. So, yeah, it's a worry, but I think it's a bit overblown in terms of worry. Oh my gosh, Cyan, this one is for you. It's like super neon green. Like, I remember you were looking for a neon green, but this one is pretty legit. So yeah, it's a worry, but at the same time, like, it's polarizing a bit in the art community, because some people will only use light fast colors, like colors that will never fade, or like very, no, I think they would never fade. Some colors are really light fast, and they're like, well, if I sell artwork, I cannot sell artwork that will fade and all that. But the other side of that is people saying, well, if someone buys artwork and is like silly enough to leave it in a place where it will be affected by sunlight, that's not my business. That's their problem. And also, all the great masters, all the old painters, they didn't have light fast pigments as much. Everything that came from a pile of dirt, like all the earth pigments, are relatively light fast, like all the siennas and the ochres, that's usually good. But the main red, I think, used to be rose madder, which is from a plant, which is not light fast. Prussian blue will also change color a bit. Indigo would change color, and Aurelin and Gamboge, like all the colors that they used to use, were, a lot of them were not light fast, but we still get to enjoy their artwork today. So is it really that much of a concern? That's the sort of the situation. Hi, Sally! I haven't had any mold issues, but I live in a dry climate. My set is over 2 years old and I've forgotten it so many times and it's still ick-free. Oh, that's good to know. How dry is it? Like, does it still dry kind of hard? Or does it stay relatively soft? When they dry out, it's very soft and really easy to read. Ooh. Dang. The Himi gouache, they seem really, really fun for having like a thing open and you just dive in and just express yourself with the paints. The sets feel really carefree for that. Oh, damn, my tube of neon orange is not. Oh, whoa! What's happening here? Oh my gosh! Whoa! Oh no! Okay, so development. There was apparently a hole in my what is that? Raw sienna, and it's completely dried out. And I don't know if you can see, the tube is all like yucky. It's you can hear the paint in there like moving around. I'll keep this. Maybe I will play with that later. Totally did not notice that. Oh, the indigo is nice. Indigo? Sorry. Indigo. Mine has dried rock solid, but I added clean water and mixed it back to jelly. Oh, wow. I don't worry about... I don't worry much about mixing for sure. There are so many fun convenience colors included. Yeah! Hey, Paulo! Hello! Were you also affected by the internet outage in Canada? Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that if I tried to use my phone outside on network, nothing would work. But our home internet is with a different company. I don't know if the affected company offers home internet. But I think the main issue with the big outage yesterday was that all debit cards didn't work. Like, you couldn't pay with a debit card, which is less than ideal, right? But yeah. I wonder if it has resolved. Hold on. So yeah, apparently now it's all good. Oh, then that is awful. Yeah, that was problematic, really. We had a similar situation some time ago and it was a nightmare. I hope it resolved quickly back then too. We had 40C. You like it hot. We're having like what, 21 Celsius here, and that's just perfect. You can keep your 40C. All yours. Absolutely don't need that in my life. Do you have a Russian in there? Nope. Sorry. Sorry if I make a lot of weird noises today. Again, I'm gonna put it on the back of allergies. We are a hot country, so when we don't get heat in the summer, it doesn't seem right to me. Yeah, we're not supposed to be a hot country here. In Finland, it is like almost all cards are as Visa, so all credit cards. So when their service is down, everything is down. That's gonna bite us in the butt someday. Like, really hard. 15C here and I'm happy. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. How's your summer so far, Cyan? Like, I remember, like, sometimes, like both you over there and me here, we really struggle with the weather. Like, some weather that shouldn't be for our latitude, right? I was so grateful to see a real sunset. Oh no! Sorry. We've hit 30 today, but we are so far behind on rain. 30, that's hot. Hot. Hey, Nicole, hi. Oops, that's the one I just... Sorry. Ah, come on! You know when you squish a tube too hard and then it gets a bit longer, so it doesn't fit in the thingy anymore? Sorry. If we had 15C, I would be really mad about it. Okay, like I said, you can keep your 40. We don't want it. All yours. I will send you ours. No problemo. The cats are super lethargic today. Yeah, like puddles. But we woke up to a new pond in the kitchen and we have no idea how they emptied the bowl without tipping it. Zoomies will do that. Like zoomies without any breaking involved. They like rush into the water bowl and it just spills all over. Anyway, that's kind of what happens here. I always forget that it is not normal to have nightless nights. I have lived my whole life north in Finland. Do you get days without sun too? Huge water ball that was for our 70 pounds dog, and the whole thing was completely emptied. I thought we start zooming into our cat stuff when we have good. Yep, I agree. Just run around the place yelling, "I pooped! I pooped!" Or when we're about to poop. Those are in November. Oh my gosh, that's gotta be really extra. Boba is protecting the blueberry bush from the birds. He sits in the shade under the bush and keeps the... Oh my gosh. That's a good system, but, like, be careful, birds. I'm pretty sure that security system is not messing around. Oh my god, don't die. I'll try. Like, my standard allergy stuff is mostly... It's mostly a bit of everything. Like, sinuses feel a bit weird, my ears get a bit clogged up, respiratory airways are just a tiny bit irritated, like nothing too out there, but sometimes there's a spike and it's like extra sneezing, extra coughing, more irritation of everything. So it kind of feels like a cold, but I'm not sick. I don't have a cold. It's just stupid allergies. And now since like you start coughing, well, the more you cough because like it irritates your throat all over again every time you cough, so our winter nights here are just so long, you feel like they never end, and the day feels like you blink and it's gone. That's gotta be... I mean, you're used to it, so not that difficult, but... Oh yeah, that's in the UK, really. I don't know, I've always... You come maybe from a place where... I don't know, I feel like Texas probably doesn't have to deal with that kind of stuff as much. Licorice root and clove buds in your tea will help. Oh, I need to check out what I have in terms of chai teas. Licorice is weird. In tea is about the only place where I'll be able to drink it. Clove buds are the bomb. Though I have cough drops. Like, the only lozenges and drops that I like are from this brand, Olbas. Possibly our European friends have heard about it. Oh, it's manufactured in England, so... And, they kind of taste like gross-ish, especially this one. Like, I don't know why they thought to mix menthol and blackcurrant together. It's a bit weird. Pleasant tasting blackcurrant flavor combined with soothing menthol, eucalyptus, and vitamin C. It feels like you brush your teeth while eating candy. It's just weird, but it's the only brand that has drops that work. They also have these other ones, but I transfer them because it's stupid packaging. But I used to be able to find it here. Now I have to like bring it in from the US. Texas seem pretty steady most of the year. The days definitely shrink and grow, but you barely notice it. Yeah. Vinegar, Tabasco, and honey shot. Oh my gosh, that sounds miserable though. Like the Tabasco will mess up your throat. Oh, the vinegar too. This is kind of painful. We get these awesome things called winter warmer and have clove, cinnamon, and some other herby things. And oh my goodness, they're amazing and make your throat just a little numb. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, a lot of brand of tea I really like is Kuzmi. And a lot of they have the Tsarivna that I know has licorice in it. It's like kind of like a weird mix of black tea and spices and maybe bergamot. I don't remember. But it's absolutely delicious. Though it kind of makes me feel a bit weird when I drink too much of it. Has that ever stopped me? Nah, not. But it's like odd stuff. Like when like a grapefruit used to be one of my favorite fruits. And I can't really eat them anymore. Even if technically the medication I'm on is not supposed to have any effect with the grapefruit. Like I've sort of tested it and it really makes me feel dizzy, so I have to be careful with stuff that is grapefruit. We have one brand that works, but it tastes horrible and like burns your tongue. Oh my gosh. I don't know, does it work because it burns so bad? It burns the bad stuff. So all you're left with is the good stuff, so you're fine. Like no problem if it's burned away, right? Licorice root, like the candy, can mess with your heart rate. Yeah, I know. But it's like the warning is for people on heart medication, blood pressure medication, and pregnant women. Yeah, you are on a thing for heart rate, right? It's such a freaking bummer that grapefruit is on that list. I miss it. I was so happy. I was like, yay! The place we get food from has those white grapefruit that I really like and that are impossible to find because all we get now is red grapefruit. And I was like, wee! And I bought them and I was eating them. Not more than one, like at a time, of course, but I ate one. I was like, whoa, why am I so dizzy? That's weird. And I was like, okay, that passed. Like, yeah, I'm gonna eat another grapefruit. And I got dizzy again. I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. I'm on the worst name stuff ever. Proprolamol. They couldn't think of a less weird name for it. It's like someone tripped in it. Like, or sneezed while typing it. It keeps my heart rate nice and steady. Yeah, that's preferable. I want some licorice. Oh no, Paulo! The only licorice I like is the really cheap lace stuff. You know, like the strawberries or apple flavored long laces that you can tie knots into it. That's what we would do. We would tie knots and then eat the nuts. And tie more knots and eat the nuts. And then get fed up with them. I love the snail things. Oh yeah, the spiral ones. Why, okay, big question. Why do they make, okay, not that I like it anyway, but why do they make smoking pipes and black licorice with the little like colored sugar at the top? What is that? Who came up with that? Did the person who came up with that idea hated the concept of having fun? Like, what are you supposed to do with that? That's the only kind I like to. Oh, we have to split a bag someday because I can never, like, even the smaller bags, I like eat a couple and I'm like, bleh. That's enough. All this talk, I suddenly have strong salmiakki craving. Like, I want that one specific pink one, which has fancy puma. Ooh! I want to see what that looks like. And I cannot deal with the black licorice. Yeah, me neither. You know, like, there's always a black licorice jelly belly and the bags of jelly bean. And you kind of lose if you stumble on it. It's like, oh, all these good candies and you found the one that tastes like way too much. And our handmade candy stores have this amazing thing that's made from licorice and honey and it turns to a soft, gummy amazingness. Oh, wow. We don't get those over here. Pipes made... Yeah! Add it to the list of things. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it's basically... It's super shapeless too. Hold on. So, do I have a piece of scrap paper around? What is that? No, that's not scrap paper. I'll just... If I remember right, it looks a bit like this. And this is like all black. It's all black licorice. It's kind of a bit doughy, a bit like a texture you would get from marzipan is kind of what it feels like. And they put little you know, the non-pareil, I think it's called. The cake decoration that's like the little round sugar that's rainbow colored. They usually put those like where the tobacco would be. But it's I'm pretty sure they make them like they make kind of a roll and then they scrunch it up to make this shape. And it has never made sense to me. Like, why not make it something fun? Like, you could make it like a cat shape or a cat head shape. Like it's black. You could make it like a black cat or whatnot. Why a pipe? It's not even cool, you know? Ah, fudge. Sorry. Hold on. I thought I heard knocking, but I think that's just me rolling into stuff. Okay. Interesting, I never saw anything quite like that. You're not missing much. Skipper's pipes is the English name for those. Oh, really? Hey, Veronica! Hi! What's the topic today? We're talking about food again. What a surprise! Sorry. Also being unhappy about allergies. Because allergies suck. Hey, Tom! Allô? Ouais. Pour vrai? Ah, ben là. Ah, c'est triste, hein? Grosse vie difficile. Tu fais juste te pointer à la fenêtre pis t'as de la bouffe? Ouais. Allô? Oui, donne-moi 2 secondes. Oui, je suis occupée, moi. Miauw. Miauw, miauw, miauw. J'arrive, Tom. T'as peu. Hey, salut Scott. T'as entendu Tom, toi aussi? C'est grave? Est-ce qu'on fait un tour? Un tour. Tour. Ici. Non. Ici. 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 Bravo. Ouais. Ouais, je sais. Vas-tu me mordre? C'est vraiment ça que tu me mords pas, sais-tu? Ouais, c'est pas le fun. Je sais. Ow. Tiens, pour toi. Content? Tiens, tu scoutes. Viens, viens ici. Viens ici. On tourne. Tour. Tour. Ici. 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 Bravo. Calme. Alright, I'm back. Pez made a Pez dispenser that was gun-shaped. Ooh. Yay, I just cut up. Everyone talking at Chris. I love my Scotty dogs. What are those? A toe! I'm refilling my Kusakabe palette. Let's try to put all this back in. I think I'm done with most colors. The only one that I haven't been able to pour is this raw sienna, but we can sort of mess up with it. Also, I need to find where I put my tubes of patient orange because they're not in these. I have them, but I haven't had a chance to paint with them. I really like their color range. I was I was referencing your really awesome dot card to try and figure out which colors they were, and it only made me wanna have these more. Why are they so hard to find? I could probably get them from Amazon Japan, right? Because some colors in there are really unique. Like this green, I really like it. And oh man, all the colors really. And like this greenish yellow, the brown matter is really like kind of looks like a quinacridone gold kind of color. And of course this patient orange and the fresh pink. But yeah, also like my raw sienna had the hole in tube, and it's all like crusty and dry. Alright, so Ew. Yeah, at least it's watercolor. Exactly. Oh, wow. Ew. Ew. Bleh. Oh, I hate when paint do that. Yuck. Yuck! I know it's not technically not gross per se, but it still grosses me out. Look, look. There's always like this crusty stuff on it, and I'm like, bleh. Yuck. Yuck! Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, it's all like corroded and... I hate when paint does that. I don't know why it kind of grosses me out, but I don't know why. It's not gross per se, but it's still like yucky. Come on, you. Ugh. Get out. Get out! Yeah, it kind of corroded the tube a bit. I don't know why. It's raw sienna. It's not like it's malachite or something. Come on, you freaking... Ew. So this piece is nice. This has like the corrosion shit on it. Sorry, pardon my French. Ugh. I'm trying to think. Because I sorted out stuff recently, and I know I have a scissor that I use specifically for cutting tubes that have like dried out, but I can't remember where I put it. Alright, I'll try to do without. Where are you stuck in there? There, got it. Allô? Qu'est-ce que tu viens faire ici, mon bébé? T'as choisi le pire moment possible. Ah, oh, t'as des griffes. Viens-tu me voir? Viens-tu me voir? Viens-tu voir les amis? Tu manques d'amour? Tu veux du café? Hey baby. Ouais. Ah ouais, ta caméra. À toi. It's open now. Thank you for asking. Like she's opening her two eyes like she should. Because the thing is this girl also has allergies, and they spiked as well a bit earlier this week. And she scratched her eyelid, like close to the eye, but the eyelid. And she couldn't open her eyes for a day or two. Babies. she's giving you guys a lot of love right now. Hein? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Ah, tu vas tout faire tomber. So, show the people your face. Ow, ah, t'as des griffes. Oui, je sais. No? Okay. I tried. Oh yeah, the camera is completely hers now. C'est à toi. Ta caméra. C'est la pire. Je voulais montrer sa face toute poquée à tout le monde. Elle voulait pas. Je veux pas descendre, non. Hey, bye, Cyan. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Lab Accident. Hi. Hein? Hein, la pire? One of her nickname is we call her the worst. Because she kind of is. Eh? All you're showing people is your butt. Eh? She probably wants to steal my chair. Oh, man, t'as fait un trou dans mes pants. She made a hole in my pants. You look so angry all the time. Oh, you look mean. I've been told and I wanted to let everyone know by a friend who works at a local art store. Yeah, the colorways are being discontinued. I saw that. Still makes no sense. I still have colorways pencils from back when Sanford still make them. So that's like what, 15, 18 years ago? Like it's leftovers from when we were studying animation and we would buy the pencils by a box of 12. Maybe they're being rebranded, I don't know. I think the fact that they don't really do animation traditionally as much, and that was kind of a place where a lot of these pencils would go. But I don't know. Yeah, the production, it used to be, if I remember right, it used to be Sanford who made them. Then they got bought out by Prismacolor, and then Prismacolor changed where they made them, and they kind of took a dive in quality. Like you would find some like white plasticky bits in the LEDs, and it might have gone down even from there. I think that sadly the best options for colored LED that erases well now is in Japanese pencil LEDs. Like Uni makes amazing colored LEDs. I had contacted Prismacolor and they said that colorways have not been discontinued, but that some are no longer available for individual purchase. That is so stupid. Like I don't understand why. Like what's the difference really? Is it in terms of volume? Because if you made them for sets, why not make them available open stock anyway? Yeah, no. Tu dis toi. They're discontinuing the colors I use. They don't sell all the colors in set. Yeah. Like, what's the point of having the one that was like peachy, like what used to be called flesh color, you know, like that peachy beige color. That was the most useless one. You can't see it on paper. Even the yellow one was a bit eh. I think is there a white one? That would be so freaking stupid. Light peach now? Yeah, well that one's always dumb. Tu m'empêches de faire des trucs, toi? Guillaume, tu peux-tu faire rouler la chaise par ici, s'il te plaît? Your chariot has arrived. Hein? Tu veux y aller? Allez, allez. Allez. Allez, bouge tes fesses. Allez, 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 allez. Bon. Hein? Un gros bisou. Tiens. C'est reparti, mon kiki. Alright. I got rid of my cat. She's like, Mom? Mom? I'm trying to remove the little bits that are stuck in the paint. It looks so disgusting. My God. I swear it's not poop. All right. And yes, there is a white. Oh my gosh. Most useful color, am I right? I'm trying to find a small bag to... I don't have a small one, I'll take this big one instead. To put these in here. Well, this one I'll do in there. Alright. Ah, tu cute, babou. And we thought Mommy Brown was bad. Someone offers Musgrave Pencil Co. as a replacement company for open stock. Huh. Alright, I'll go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Tu m'as tellement volé ma place. Je vais oublier là. Je te donne la pile. C'est ton problème maintenant. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Okay. I remember when I was watching Kid Boga, he would drink something that was called throat coat. Like it was an herbal tea, because he speaks a lot during his streams, so... The color's new name, Doo-Doo Brown. I mean, if I had to color poo, probably be the color I use, but it's a really useful color for wearing leather or wooden stuff. And since the goal of like replenishing this palette, I have to find this one too, is so that I have this handy to when I want to paint D&D characters. But like I said, you can get any, you can get either the Pilot Color Eno mechanical pencils or any uni colored leads. They have a lot of colors. If I remember right, they have orange, red, pink, lavender, blue, and green. And there's also the mint colored one that are like a separate range. They don't have brown. Well, you can possibly adapt to a different color, maybe. Orange is not too bad. It's brown but less muted. Gotcha. Oh, schnut, c'est pas le bon. Ah, that's the one. sitting on something. There you go. Sorry. Are the Prismacolor very thin? They're not quite erasable, the very thin ones. There. Juicy amount. I mean, they're erasable to the point that any colored pencil that you use lightly would be erasable. You know. All right, sorry. Yeah, it feels like a really bad idea. Do you fit in here? No. Chapeau. When I don't know where to put something, I always joke that I put it on my head. Oh man, tiny arms. Let's wing it. Yeah, that's close enough. So let's to take after Otto's initiative. What's the best thing you ate last week? It's the most ratchet. Can I say that? Is that a word I can say? I'm not sure. So that's the most careless swatch sheet I've ever done, I think. Like, I only need it as a reference. It doesn't have to be pretty, so therefore it's not pretty. I stole your question! I'm trying to think too. I had a really delicious local strawberry cream soda. Like, they've come up with such good fizzy drinks that I've started drinking it, and it... I don't like the fizziness, but oh my gosh, it tastes so good. Basically, cream soda is vanilla flavored soda, and it's usually kind of clear or just a little bit like a hint of yellow in there, you know, vanilla. But they often mix it with something else, so a strawberry cream soda was just amazing. I had a bowl of pad thai with strips of tofu. They were so light and eggy. I could eat 4 more bowls right now. I drink it, yeah, I did. Well, you know, a very small glass of it. But dude, the fizzy drink burps that burn your nose, these are awful. Like, it's miserable. But oh, if I could send you some of that strawberry cream soda, Otto, I would. It's just so good. It's the company that uses food that is being tossed anyway, like the stuff that is not pretty, and they make drinks with them. So I know I had mentioned the basil lemonade. But yeah, they have a bunch of other drinks. They have a lemonade that is orange and thyme. They have a sort of mojito style lemonade. What else do they have? They had a daiquiri, strawberry daiquiri mix, like without alcohol, of that, all of that. They have a Moscow Mule. I haven't tasted that one. I'm just trying to remember what there is. I'm a huge fan of melon cream soda. That's gotta be mind blowing. Oh man, whenever I get to Japan eventually, I'm just gonna eat all the melon stuff. Forever. You only get the pain up the nose if you're trying to be polite and not burp out your mouth. Noted. Sorry. Oh my gosh. What brand is this? Brand of what? I'm gonna need one of those cough drops. Melon cream soda, melon pan, melon chewing gum, melon ice cream. We get melon. Ah, yeah, definitely. The only melon thing that, well, there are 2 things that I've had the chance of tasting. Melon candy, but it was like the green melon one. And I don't know if those are Japanese per se or Chinese or, but those hard candies were amazing. And also, my friends, when they came back from Japan, they brought back Hokkaido melon Kit Kat. Oh my god. That was orange melon. Like, the Kit Kat bars were bright orange. It was amazing. Oh man, it was so good. Yeah, melon everything. We get melon man in Japan. Dude. We're missing out so much by only having like orange, grape, and cherry as sort of the default. Oh, I've had melon boba tea too, but I haven't had it in a while because the melon flavored powder has dairy in it. Oh, melon everything. I want it so bad. Yeah, melon is a default flavor for green things. Whereas in the West, it's quite often lime. It's lime or apple. But yeah, I would much prefer melon as well. Oh, a good thing I've had this week was the cotton candy grapes. It's a variety of grapes that are kind of yellowish green, and they're seedless, but they taste super sweet. Apparently more like black grapes, but I think black grapes have like really thick skin and seeds, whereas the cotton candy ones are super sweet but with regular grape skin and no seeds. And I froze them. I put them straight in the freezer because I have the really bad tendency to forget that I have grapes in the fridge and they go bad. But I washed them all, put them in the freezer, and ate them like frozen, and it was so freaking good. This color is so appropriately named sky blue. Good job. How warm is it in Montreal? It's really not that bad. It's what, 21 degrees Celsius right now? And there's a cool breeze and it's really nice. Oddly enough. Yeah, they are seedless. I've seen cotton candy grapes here too. Maybe I should try them. Definitely. If you're not big on grapes, freezing them is really interesting because it makes like these little bites of slushy. Like often I've seen that people who don't really like grapes, it's because of the difference in texture between like the skin that is harder and the inside that is really soft. But when you freeze them, the inside like kind of freezes over, but not hard like ice would do. Like it's more like a slushy in there, like, or a sorbet or something. And they're like amazing for brain freeze. But aside from that, they also taste really good. And they weren't too expensive. Like I got a plastic bin. Maybe what, a pound of grapes. And it was $4. Hey, Chris! Yeah, with the amount of sugar they won't. Yeah, they absolutely don't. Even regular grapes. I've done it with regular grapes, like red grapes. What do they call them? They call them table grapes. Like seedless green, seedless red. You just freeze them. Yeah, you wash them carefully. You put, you take a baking sheet, you put wax paper on the baking sheet, and you spread out the grapes. And you put that in the freezer, and when they're frozen, you can put them all together in the bag. And it's really amazing. Yeah, grapes are... No wonder that most fruit juice start with a base that is either grape or like apple juice. The berries are amazing here at the moment. Scottish raspberries, blueberries. Oh man, that sounds amazing. Hey Val, hi! We've been having some of the local strawberries, but they get so bumped up in travel that the moment you receive them or the moment you buy them, you kind of have to eat them on the same day. Oh, that's a good idea, Val. But oh my gosh, you said Scottish raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries, and I just kind of want to eat them. I'm like, oh, that sounds so amazing. Sorry. I have to get off to work in like 15 minutes. I hope you have a good day at work. And it's really awesome that you were able to pop in and say hi. I will at some point. I just gotta become a super famous artist that sells everything they do. And then I'll be able to go see Otto. It's been kind of a rough week, art brain-wise, but you know, those always happen. It always comes around and there's a rougher pass, and then it kind of moves on and gets better a bit, and then it comes back. And Scotland, on my list of things to... Because of course I have a list of things to eat when I'm in Scotland, you know. Scotland is waiting for you. I know! I gotta taste the heather honey, the berries, the Scottish eggs. I'm gonna skip on the haggis. Like, I'm good. Plus, does it have cheese in it too? What else? That's just the food list. There's a very big list of everything else, but honey, berries, Scottish egg. Oh, Otto's food. What about black pudding? Listen, if you try it and you eat it, and or you prepare it the way you know it's good, and it doesn't have any cheese in it, I'll try it. I'll try it for sure. Because I've seen what Otto cooks and it always looks amazing. I feel like if I'm to try that stuff, I should at least try it where it's made. Kind of like, what's the point of eating raw sea urchin here? Like, you know, it's not gonna be as good as if eventually I get to Japan and it's like fresh and like, it's like eating poutine outside of Quebec. It might be good, but the real experience is to come over here, get the squeaky cheese, fresh French fries, like homemade gravy, the whole shebang, and try it here in Quebec. What's the point of eating it elsewhere? I mean, I will try. Don't give me a full plate of it, but I will definitely try. And I know you don't like beets, so There are a lot of places on Earth with... Yeah, I know, but if I'm to eat it as sashimi, I should absolutely eat it in Japan. It's like when you go to Maine, you have to eat lobster. I've only had poutine once, and that's a travesty. Kinda. Do you get the fresh cheese curds? In Ontario, too. Because if you got the fresh cheese curds, then you can sort of put it together and have a really good poutine. The real difficulty is finding the fresh cheese curds. The point of eating it as well is so I can try it without spending money on travel fund. Yeah, but at the same time, you might try it and go like, ugh, this is gross. Yeah, but the thing is, Paulo, the best French restaurant was the chief, like the chef. Oh, you have to disagree with the sea urchins. Okay, okay. School me. I still absolutely vouch that if you want to eat poutine, you have to come to Quebec. You might find decent poutine elsewhere, but you know, the chef was not French. That's hilarious. Oh well. Now you're all gonna find places and foods that are better elsewhere. I'm sorry. That might have been a bit close to the mic. The mic. I'm sorry. And I'm aware of all the terroir thing. Yeah. I have allergies, and they're at a moment where they mess up with my throat. So it sounds like I'm sick, but it's actually just allergies. Hands down, the best sea urchin or urchin, how do you say it, I've ever had was on a remote island in Greece. We were on a sailboat, snorkeled around. One of the people found... Yeah, okay, you cannot have more fresh than that. Wow. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Oh, I think it might have been last weekend, but I had some amazing crap. I don't know what kind of food it is. Armenian, maybe? But it was a shish kebab, and it was served with a home, like a home recipe of like a tomato sauce that only that restaurant has because they made it, and it was amazing. It was filet mignon also, like really fancy, really good, and I kind of can't wait to go again. Also, they had the spicy French fries, but not spicy, hot, spicy in terms of it had various spices in it, including cumin, like pepper, salt, and other stuff, and it was really, really good. It also helped that I had the biggest crush on the guy that got the urchin for us. I was a teenager. Aww. It's really funny because the local traditional gastronomy of Quebec is not exactly stuff to be fancy about. So it's kind of funny, like there's nothing really you can make anything classy, of course, but it's mostly like stews and like meat pies and stuff like that. So it kind of cracks me up when I imagine like someone serving the local shepherd's pie in a fancy restaurant, because it's the it's the most scrappy meal ever. Like some meals would took a whole day to prepare. It would taste amazing, but it was really like stuff that you made huge portions of because the families were big, or it would use up cuts of meats that were less expensive, like pig hooves, pig feet. I don't know. Sorry. It's 100% proven that if you have a crush on the person giving you that food, it tastes 100 times better. Yep. Absolutely. Ah, no. Birk. It's gonna be the most uneven swatch card ever because some of the paints are like too wet still to be able to get a good color, while others are like that stupid raw sienna is so hard. No, it's not gouache, it's the Kusakabe watercolors. What are you guys cooking for your next meal? To stay on topic of food. People never cook for me. Well, the only people who cook for me is when we go out to eat, but you know. I have no idea what to cook next, and that's the biggest hardship for me nowadays. Oh no, you need a new recipe book. Having to prepare food for everyone is a chore, yeah. I get food from work tonight, so probably sushi. Ooh, yeah. Yummy. I'm just surviving off what my partner can bring home from work, so I'm cooking a microwave burrito for dinner. Well, I mean, that sounds okay. Sorry. Probably chipotle tenders and fries. Oh my gosh, yeah, fries. Hey, have a good day at work, Chris. That gave me the idea to cook chorizo quesadilla. Oh, like what we often refer to as chorizo. Spicy sausage. We're doing breakfast for dinner. Taylor, I guess that's a typo. Ham, egg, and cheese on everything bagel. Ooh, yummy. Have a nice day, Chris. I try to find ways to not spend too much time cooking, so we've been eating hot dogs a lot. But we found like good sausages, not regular hot dog sausages. So it's just so handy. You basically heat up the sausages, you boil them up, and you like the bread we have is usually either fresh enough or like room temperature, so you don't necessarily have to toast it up, and you just put your garnish in it and eat like veggies with it. Yeah, but sorry, ours is smoked and you can eat it raw. Oh, yummy. Filler ham is pork roll. Oh, okay, I see. I never heard that around here. Pork roll, is it like bologna? Bologna? It's round salty breakfast ham. Ooh, salty sounds great. Sorry, like I said, if the coughing is too much, just let me know. I'll try to mute the mic. Yeah, the gold and silver color are not exactly mind-blowing, so I don't think it's necessarily worth it to add more to like refill these. Silver color is basically just a bit shimmery, but all the other colors are really quite handy for when I want to use this palette for. Don't worry, it's okay. Okay, good. Because it's a New Jersey, New Jersey thing. It's very yummy. It sounds yummy. I'm gonna be making like sushi roll for dinner, but what I possibly have to put in it is mango, avocado, and cucumber. So it's gonna be like vegan rolls. Not quite vegan because they're probably gonna be served with a bit of mayo, but you know. I made some with smoked fish, like the smoked trout, and it just did not blow my mind. I was like, I kind of prefer without it. So yeah, we often have this combo of mango and avocado in sushi roll. It's just so tasty. Yeah, it is delicious. And the cucumber is always a good backup because cucumber generally keep better and they're less of a surprise than opening up a mango or an avocado and seeing that it's all bad inside. So worst case scenario, I can make cucumber rolls and find something else. Like we have hard-boiled eggs too, so you make deviled eggs and you make cucumber rolls and you're set up. I get a lot of veggie sushi because I love it. It's good. It's really, really good. Like I'm not big on fruits in other meals, in savory meal. In general, there's a few exceptions, like pineapple on pizza always work. And mango is delicious in sushi. Pineapple in sushi is great too. We have a roll at work that has salmon, avocado, mango, and apple. How do you keep the apple from going weird and brown? The one with the mango. So pineapple. Well, you can leave if you don't like pineapple on pizza. Honestly, you're missing out. Like fresh pineapple on pizza with any kind of like smoked pork product is delicious. It can be bacon, it can be prosciutto, it can be, name it. It's amazing. It's so good. Just use some water with lemon juice. Why? Oh, okay, for the the apple. It will prevent the browning. It does, but not. Like you kind of have to keep it relatively fresh too. You get a lot of melon with prosciutto. It's a good mix. If you can get a nice ripe melon, it's delicious. Oh, it's 4 already. Jeez. All right, guys. And if someone doesn't order the roll for a few hours, they end up eating it as a snack in the kitchen. That's great. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. I'm kind of curious now about putting apple in sushi. But I'll keep it in my brain for sure. Not familiar with it, but I've seen oranges in sushi. This is one time where canned like mandarin is great because you don't have to deal with the super thick skin of every quarter. Add a little Tabasco and Cajun spice on the apple. Why? Okay. So, do you guys have any more question? And oh yeah, cream cheese in sushi is quite common. Not quite my jam, though. I've seen dried tomato pesto in sushi as well, which sounds odd, but kind of worked in the sense that dried tomatoes in pesto, it has a lot of flavor, a lot of umami in a way, and it kind of worked out with the tempura and the salmon. But yeah, it's very fusion. Sweet and spicy cream cheese. Sweet and spicy cream cheese works only with certain flavors. Yeah, it's basically a sushi roll that's trying to be a bagel with lux on it. You know, cream cheese, smoked salmon, onions, capers, and lemon. It's called fusion for a reason. It's surprisingly good though. Like, it's salty, it's fatty, has a lot of flavor. It's kind of a weird a rancini in a way. I haven't seen it with basil pesto, but with the sun-dried tomato one, it worked. Anyway, so I'll go stop talking. I'll go stop talking for a bit and drink a lot of water. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see each other on the Discord as usual. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you have a great time this weekend. Thank you so much for being here today. I apologize if it was a bit simple with just like filling up a palette and swatching it really slowly. But it's always fun to spend time with you guys. So have a great one. Hopefully your allergies will be better. And see y'all next time. Bye!